Ross, the late show again, but first and foremost through to the next round of the Cup. What are your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, obviously it's a bonus that we want to go through and progress. I thought the manner of the game was really good. It was similar to our last game, that we dominated the ball and we wanted to keep passing it, and then they're very good defensively. And I just said to their manager that defensively they're very strong. They're organised, they're well disciplined, they work hard, and they've made it really difficult for us over 2 games. And I think the last little bits of quality at the end, I think really shone through, and that's where our sort of goals come from, and sort of our fitness levels. And it is a real entertaining game, but that was a proper game tonight. That was a real tough game, and we're very delighted to go through.
A really good FA Cup tie, obviously the replay on a Tuesday night, players kind of taking a half day off work and stuff like that, travelling all the way down here and really putting in a shift to win that game, which was probably one of the toughest we've had this season, if that's fair to say. Does that make it even more sweeter, or is it just kind of just buzzing to get that win?
Yeah, I mean, it makes it feel better. The boys have obviously taken days off work to be here, and that makes it a little bit better driving home. But yeah, massive credit to them. They are a good team, and they made it hard for us. But I think those moments of quality that we know we've got, and maybe we lacked in the last game, really came through. And we probed and we kept the ball ticking. And what we didn't do is then revert to something we weren't used to doing, and that was just smashing the ball. And we kept chipping away, and then eventually it opened up. So yeah, it'll make the boys feel good travelling home tonight. It makes it worth taking half a day of work. But the spirits are high, and I thought the performance matched it as well. I thought it was very dominant, and that's probably the performance we were looking for.
1-0 down at half time, difficult one to take in which was a really even half, an even game even. What do you say to the lads at half time?
Just keep doing what we're doing, and that sounds stupid at times because we're losing, but there were signs there that were opening up, and it was promising. And I didn't want them to start panicking or feel nervous or start getting desperate and start doing things that we're not used to doing. And credit to the boys, they stuck with it. If it didn't pay off and we stuck with it, I'll take the blame. But the boys did stick with it, and we had more energy and more enthusiasm to take part and to make a difference. And some of the general play was really good. Some of the possession was really good. We took our finishes really well, and real pleasing performance.
I think it's fair to say it was an emotional tie for both teams. Parker scores at the death, deja vu. You're obviously feeling emotional, so everyone's kind of fired up. We seem to have that second wind going into extra time as well. What did you say before the extra 30 minutes, and I suppose just going on from that, how important does the recovery have to be after this?
Yeah, I mean, we said going into extra time, just keep your cool, manage the game, manage the possession and the ball, and make sure we just keep it tight at the back. And I thought we did that. And I could talk about the front 2 scoring, but it was every player that came on as a sub. We put a real shift in tonight, and it really paid off. And I think that does show sort of the determination and grit, coming from behind at a really difficult place against a real strong defensive team, that we can wear teams down in the right manner. And I think it was a really good game to watch if you was a neutral. It was quite entertaining. But the main thing is that we go back on the road with the win.
You're probably one of the most cool and composed managers around. Did you kind of have a little bit of a celebration when that Parker or Lolos goal went in at the end, or was it just kind of job done?
No, I don't think you should get carried away. It can come back and bite you. As a whole club, I think we act in a professional manner on the bench and on the side, and we'll carry on doing that. Emotions are high, obviously, but I think as staff and the bench boys as well, we need to lead by example and keep the cool on the side, and know that we are better than the first half, and that goal is avoidable. But to come back and to get those goals and to get our 2 strikers on the score sheet is really pleasing. So pleasing performance, good win, and happy days.
Ross, thank you very much for your time.
Cheers.